you're rocking with us at Toxic Radio, don't forget to check us out on social media.
I want details, and I want them right now.
Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook.
Now you're talking, brother.
Chat with us, keep up on news. Just don't make it weird. Don't be a stalker. Don't be that guy.
You just want to suck the joy out of everything.
Toxic Radio. Get infected.
Master, dinner is served. Igor, it's not that I don't appreciate the effort, but you know I prefer my meals uncooked. And how many times have I told you about using garlic? Yes, Master. Forgive me, Master. Please. Bite into Paradelphia. Thursday nights at 8, only on Toxic Radio. Paradelphia, because what if it's all true?
Art, and I am here live with my other co-host, Big Time Tim Gorgeous, and we are joined by our sports and gambling expert, Yanni the Greek. Yanni the Greek, join us. Say hi. Do whatever it is you do. Dance or whatever.
Gentlemen, how's it going? Tim,
you really throw that word around.
Way to bring it for Donnie's birthday there on the big time. Really came right through the mic there. I guess you needed to bring it to celebrate this grand occasion that brings us here today.
Yanni, you bring up a great point. It's my birthday today on the 27th day of January in the year of 2021. I am, Tim, how old am I again? I said the wrong age earlier. 32, I said, but I'm 33. It's like, I have the producer in the back. How do you not know? Man, I barely know the alphabet, brother, let alone my birthday.
The older you get, the more you forget.
Age is just a number, right? I mean,
but I got a good left hook, they say, whatever. But like after 30, I feel like, Yanni, how old are you? 30 yet?
I'm 30. Turned 30
You're
recently.
30. It's all going down from here. You forget after 30?
Yeah, that's it.
Tim, what are you now, like 67? How old are you?
I don't even remember.
All right, but you're older than 30.
For what it's worth, my record betting.
By at least a decade or two.
My record betting got way worse after I turned 30, so I guess that's it. That's the end for me. I mean,
so we got you and you're down. We got you. We didn't hit you on your peak.
Caught me right down on the old downslide. Yeah, good timing by you.
We picked up an old veteran that's out of his prime.
Yeah, well, you got me on a discount, so there you go.
Thank God. But I feel like after 30... I just stopped counting. Maybe it's because I don't have a formal education. I can't count after 30. Or maybe it's just because life isn't that good after 30. I don't know. But, yeah.
That's that strong Clearview education you're working with.
Yeah, thank you to Clearview High School, the pioneers. But maybe it's just life. It's not that life sucks after 30. It's just like, stop counting.
What's the point? Yeah. Like, you've made it through your 20s.
Once you get to 21, you pretty much stop counting. Yeah. Like, after that, it's
you have all these great birthdays. Like, what's some of the best year to turn? What was your favorite, like, Sweet 16 or what?
I mean, I had a nice little Sweet 16 party.
Did you have all your friends come to the fire hall and you all danced to the...
What is like
some slow jams?
Some slow jams.
Little Boys to Men.
Now, what is considered? Tim, don't sing on my show, please. Our show, please don't sing it. Yanni, don't sing either.
Good call.
But back to non-singing birthday bashes. In America, no offense, Yanni, but in America, I know they do things different in Greece, so I heard. In America, what age is the biggest birthday? Is it like 50? Is it 16? I feel like it's all in that 1 to 21.
I mean, I would say 21 probably.
18
for everybody. 18 is a big one.
Laura made a good point. She just commented 25. That's when your car insurance kind of goes on that decline. So
well, not for me. Not when you have as many accidents as I do. So I don't know.
So 25.
25, you start getting that lower insurance rate. That's the last thing you got to look forward to. Then it's all just meh.
So there's Laura celebrating her 25th birthday.
Then you start having kids in it all.
Had like a big banner. Had a happy 25th. I'm thinking, what's over the hill, 40 or 50?
I mean, 40, I guess, is what it is. But with new age medicine, Donnie,
Yeah, with
anything's possible.
With advances to modern day science, it could live somewhere to like 300.
So I think 18's pretty cool. You're like an adult kind of, but now you can't drink at 18.
Yeah.
You can't do nothing at 18,
That's
can
You
you?
smoke cigarettes. You can't drink though.
No, my 18th birthday, my brother and a few of his friends took me to a strip club, right, for the first time ever. I was the most awkward, weirdest little kid in that strip club, man.
What strip club? Do you want to give a shout out to the strip club?
That
What strip
real
club?
cheap one. What's it called?
Carnival?
Nah, the one in Philly.
Show and tell?
That's the one. Yeah,
That was my first.
yeah,
strip
yeah.
club.
And it was terrible. But
bring
you know,
your
what are
own-
you gonna do?
Bring
What was
your own
terrible
beer.
about it? Were the girls in clothes? What do you mean?
No, I don't think I
I
knew
don't
what
understand
I was
where
doing.
Tim, do you understand what what's so
like-
terrible about the strip club?
I was in there like, hey, you know, what do I do? You know, are we gonna make out? Like,
Well, if you're like socially inept like Yanni's, probably spent a bunch of money going into the champagne room thinking he's gonna
Yeah.
get some.
Yanni, I'm a little older than you now. If I give you any advice, man, in life, do not try to hook up with the stripper.
They
like
don't-
I said, 18-year-old me was kind of an idiot.
They
So.
don't
Yeah,
love-
well,
they don't
30-year-old, you
love
sound
it.
much better, my man. But Tim, I'll give you the same advice, man. Pay your bills and don't hook up with strippers.
Don't go to the strip club. Okay.
That's all the inspiration I'm going to bring
If you
today.
don't get
It's
anything
my
else
birthday.
out
I
of this podcast.
kind of took the inspiration off today for my birthday, but pay your bills and don't kiss strippers. At the strip club, you can kiss them, you can date them, marry them, do whatever you want with them out, but not while you're there. That's just weird, you know.
Well, I think you get kicked out for that, don't you?
Nobody's kicking me out, brother.
All right, fine.
But you might get kicked out.
you go.
Not me. Don't throw me into this. I'm
You
not
were the
one-
guy
I'm
kicking
not the
people
one.
out.
I'm not the one kissing
You're
strippers.
the guy. Again, I didn't know what the hell I was doing.
Big shout out to Champagne Gentlemen's Club in West Deptford. Just want to throw it out there.
It's a stand-up establishment.
Yeah.
But Tim, let's you're getting us off track.
Stand up and get the hell out of
Talking all this. You're talking all this stripper talk. That's not our show, man. We're not a stripper show, Tim.
Wait, looking back on it, I'm pretty sure you were the one centered around the strippers.
Tim, just I got this.
Now you
brother.
got Tim thinking about strippers. We're never going to be able to get him to focus on the show.
We're thinking birthdays today. Birthday is our theme. We didn't bring you this great inspirational guest like we had the last guest. We had Jeff Scoop, right? Scoop.
Scoop. There
Scoop.
it is.
Scope. Yeah, now he was a great guest. We don't have him for you today, but we got me on my birthday. I'm not gonna bring that, inspiration he brought, that life changing stuff, but I feel like that's what birthdays, this is a guy, he changed his life. 21 years, he led the biggest extremist group in America, and then he was able to get out of it. That's kind of like, I feel like your birthday you can use as that turning a new leaf, like when I turned 33, I'm not the 32 years before me, they're behind me. You start a new life. What do you think, Tim? You ever think that when you're out there running them streets? You ever think this birthday's the birthday I change?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a...
You didn't think that's not bullshit. Yeah, Tim's about to get this great motivation.
It's more like, I made it to another one.
But now when you look back, and now you're like, all right, I'm doing good, but now I can completely wipe that slate clean. And, for my 66th birthday, whatever you're going to be, you don't ever have to live what you did on your 25th or whatever. A new birthday, a new you, right?
Yeah, I don't like that saying now. New year, new me, yeah.
People have New Year's resolutions. Why not have birthday resolutions?
I definitely do a little bit of that, especially coming off my 30th, milestone, right? So it makes you think about, like, what am I doing in my life, that kind of thing. And certainly myself, I got a lot of questions to answer. So, but yeah, I had a little bit of that kind of a moment that you're talking about that,
You just sat down with yourself?
Where am I? Yeah, that, like, deep thinking process. And I'm sure, Donnie, you've had to go through that. I mean, there was probably one point in time in your life that you didn't know if you were going to spend your birthday with friends and family doing a podcast and all that. So,
you really
understand that
appreciate things like that when it's all it's all dandy when we're sitting in this podcast doing this kick-ass show and with our viewers, and we got our health and our minds right. But when you're down and out, shit's not going your way. When you're either fighting some kind of demons, drugs, homelessness, any kind of addiction. If you're in a jail, rehab, just on the street, or just lost,
Well, hell, if you're just straight not happy with your life.
Yeah, you're coming out of
in a rut.
A bad domestic situation, some abuse, anything. It doesn't matter.
I feel like you're trying to segue into Chad Wheeler right now.
We'll get there.
This guy.
But when you're going through stuff like that, birthdays can, probably
Mama V.
Probably be a bad day. Mama V, how you doing? Thanks for the pictures. But now I really appreciate birthdays, because there were days, man, the birthday, you don't want to celebrate it. You're not happy with life. You're not happy with what you're doing, where you're at in life. Why you're not gonna put a hat on, dance around like a little monkey, and what are you celebrating when you're so down in that gutter, whatever that gutter is?
No, it's not about celebrating at that time. It's about.
So now you appreciate, birthdays. I don't have to do anything for my birthday. I can sit with a bunch of weirdos in a podcast studio, and I can be happy. Or I can go to Atlantic City.
I was gonna say our fans are friends with you on Facebook.
Yeah, you really had a low key birthday weekend there, Donnie. We all know that.
But I don't have to do that. I don't have to sit there on the 47th floor with the beach view in the jacuzzi. In the 3-room penthouse, you don't appreciate my birthday. I kind of
really
know
just
that's
struggling out there, just really trying to figure it out.
But that's what I have given myself today, where I'm allowed to do that, Yanni. I could sit wherever I want on my birthday. I could be happy. And, to think years ago I'd be at that point, sitting there in that jacuzzi, bubbles going, the bubbly sipping, It's been a long road. So anybody, use your birthday. Use your birthday to, not repeat the birthday before or whatever. New birthday, new you. I know Tim doesn't like that.
Unless it was a good birthday before.
Just don't send us pictures of yourself in a jacuzzi, not wearing any clothes at 2 o'clock in the morning to our cell phones. I don't know if Tim and I really signed up for that. What are you going to do?
In effect, I was basically using my naked picture in a jacuzzi, loving my life, to show you.
Trying to figure out what the blue wristband says.
It's
basically to show you that, no matter where you come from, you can one day sit in that jacuzzi with a big smile, no clothes, whatever you want. Tim, that's something to strive for.
I just ask if you send me a picture of yourself that you have pants on. That's really all. That's where I draw the line.
I rarely ever wear pants. I don't wear pants in the studio sometimes. Rarely ever. Are you a big pants guy, Tim? I know you're not a big birthday guy. You're kind of quiet over there about birthdays. Somebody steal your birthday cake or something, bud?
No, I'm a fan of birthdays.
Yeah, you could have fooled me, brother.
As you get older, as you start checking
I said birthday,
off.
you're like Blue Band. What? Give me some birthday hope, God damn it.
Another year, another $1. It is what it is. I'm not a big birthday guy.
Cut his mic, Yanni. Tell me birthdays.
I'm more New Year guy.
So my favorite birthday, I think, and probably the only one I can really remember, is my first one in the States here.
So in the States, you celebrated, 3 or 4 birthdays over in...
So, yeah, I was, I believe, 4 or 5 years old was my first birthday that I was here. My mom, who actually just commented...
awesome.
Wanted to take me and my little Greek friends out to Chuck E. Cheese to celebrate, these little Greek kids that they're like, hey, these are your friends now.
So there you are, Chuck E. Cheese with your...
There I am, yeah. I'm at Chuck E. Cheese. We're in the ball pit. There we go.
There he is.
No way.
So there's the Greek. So thank your mother for this amazing picture.
Great.
Thank your brother.
That's great.
Oh.
So there we are. I'm in the ball pit. I'm having a great time. We're climbing around the little stupid-ass... plastic thing that they got there, just having a ball. Then they take me out to sit me down, put this cake in front of me, and out comes this giant mouse with his weird Pluto-looking dog friend and all the weird things in the costumes that, when they're playing the guitar, they're all robotic. You guys ever been to Chuck E. Cheese?
So you didn't know what Chuck E. Cheese was?
I had no idea.
Before going, okay.
I had no
so
idea.
You're blindsided.
And here comes this big mouse, creepy looking thing with its dead eyes just staring you in the face, going, "Happy birthday." Man, that creeped me out. So right after this picture, you could probably see the look on my face. I start bawling my eyes out. With this, look at Manos there. He looks so young.
Manos.
Yeah.
Now,
just bawling my eyes out with the big scary mouse coming singing happy birthday at me. I wasn't ready for all that American stuff you guys got going.
You know, I do my homework on everything, and when I heard about this Chuck E. Cheese story, I got the picture. I started talking around. The mouse is still around.
The mouse is still happy.
He just got out of rehab. He's not doing too
still
good. But
terrifying children.
Yeah, he asked me for 20. No, but he was telling me stories. He said, "Is it true after that you went home and packed your shit and got your visa out and said, let's go back to Greece?"
Head back over, yeah.
But your parents, they stuck it out. They said, you're not going to let this little creepy mouse.
They assured me that America is not all about big, giant, dead-eyed mice.
So you tried to flee America. You tried to flee this great country because of a mouse at Chuck E. Cheese's, who might or might not have a drinking problem.
It could be. Maybe we saw him out somewhere, and with Tim, I'm sure you had some times with him back in the day.
Hey, he's in a recovery house in Levittown now.
That's all right. We wish you the best, Chucky. We really
Tim, you ever party with Chuck E. Cheese?
A couple guys named Chucky, but beyond the point.
So that's your favorite birthday. How about in Greece, Yanni?
That's what I remember. I mean, I was only I was like 4 years old.
Was there birthdays in Greece? Like
I don't remember.
Can you
back
just
then.
give us a detailed breakdown of your?
No, so Donnie, you know me. I like to I like to live it up sometimes.
You as like a little kid. I think we might have one in Greece.
He's sitting there eating a mouse.
That's an adorable kid.
You're eating a mouse. That's what I think. Like,
get him.
Was this like? Do you believe in like karma? Sometimes there you are. Maybe like 1, you're eating a mouse.
Maybe.
And then at 4, a mouse, comes back and gives you a payback.
Maybe that's what it is. I mean, it's all about the balance.
I'm kind of on Chucky's side on this one.
I mean, obviously, he was a mouse hater. He wasn't reformed. He goes to Chuck E. Cheese, and he gets attacked by the, drug-fueled, angry, revenge-filled mouse.
Were you in some kind of extreme mouse-hating group?
It's not just Chucky, by the way. It was all his creepy little friends. You know what I mean? Like the dog they all had those same dead eyes.
If you ain't one of my friends, me and my buddies are going to come around and rough you up, too.
They play those they're all robotic, and they're looking around like that. I don't know, man. I don't know how you guys put up with it, man. That's for kids. I'm not about it.
Yeah.
Not about terrifying children, Donnie, all right? That's not what this show stands for.
I'm just saying, Jan, if you want to stop that hate against a whole species of animal, maybe this is the time you take that thing,
So yeah, that's one of the ones I remember. I mostly for my birthday, Donnie, I like to live it up sometimes, but mostly I'm a laid back, kind of relaxed kind of guy. I like to just hang out with my friends. That's it. I did ask some questions about my birthdays because I don't remember a ton of them. I'll let you figure out why. But early on, mostly we just have like the party, right? The big sleepover party when you're a young kid, whatever. That's the biggest, coolest thing.
That was
to
the
do.
coolest thing when your friends were allowed to sleep over.
Sleep over. We all wake up in the morning. We played a football game out in my backyard. That kind of little stuff. That's really all that I was mostly doing. And getting in trouble. Good old getting in trouble, trying to hide drinking from my parents. Then they always knew what was going on. They assured me. That kind of we broke my ceiling trying to escape to go to Wawa one year. That didn't go over well. I'm trying to.
You're trying to go through the roof.
Yeah. When I was in 3rd grade, my friend brought a giant machete to show everybody, just because he thought it was cool.
It's not cool.
We started chopping up potatoes that were in my basement.
I feel like the mouse is going to come back in this. Then we decided we were going to go to Chuck E. Cheese's and we're going to pay that stupid mouse a visit. Like,
you jogged my memory of one of my probably one of the best birthday parties.
That's what I'm here
one of
for,
those
Tim.
sleepover parties. But here was what made this party famous to me and stand out to me was it was the same day. The cops were chased the same night. The sleepover cops are chasing OJ and the white Bronco.
So what's that, like 96 maybe?
It was 90
95?
a long time ago. But that's all I remember. OJ stole the thunder of my birthday party. So when he got that 15 in life, I didn't feel too bad.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not nice. But Yanni celebrates birthdays with animals by eating them, whatever. I seen some pictures of you celebrating as a child birthday, and you had some kind of, was it a mouse I saw you with? I think I can get it up. I got a picture of big time celebrating with some kind of creature.
was also Chuck E. Cheese after a couple runs.
What is this, Tim? What is this? What is this character?
How is that for children? This is what I don't
If you
understand.
don't know if you know, you know. It's My Pet Monster.
It's your pet monster, but
No,
who
I
is
mean
it?
it's My Pet Monster.
I know, but who's the little boy holding it? Sorry, I didn't mean to steal your joke there.
Yeah. Tim, what's going on in that picture, man? A lot going on.
Just hanging with my pet monster. He's handcuffed, it seems. Probably just got in a little bit of trouble. I'm looking half the minute.
Were you into bondage as a kid, Tim? Why do you have some your stuffed animal handcuffed?
Okay, let's go to the phones.
Does he have a ball in his mouth?
It's his nose.
What kind of shit you got going on? So that's your birthday
that's
memory.
creepy.
How about with family? Do you enjoy now that you're able to go, hang out with family and clear mind and everything? Do you appreciate that at all?
Yeah, I really don't do much on my birthday these days. The older you get, it doesn't. Gets depressing. You hit that, keep getting older.
That's what I mean. I just want to kind of hang out with my friends, and that's it. Maybe a few beers. My birthday's right in the heart of football season, so there's always games on. That's it. I like to keep it simple.
I just love having the ability to do whatever I want on my birthday now. It wasn't always that way, When you live the hard birthdays, you really appreciate doing anything. Like you said, just hanging out, watching football with your friends, attacking mouses, whatever it is you do, whatever gets you off.
Mice.
Yeah, mice.
It was just one mouse.
Playing with your monster or whatever.
My pet monster.
It's a credible feeling to be able to dictate what you're gonna do.
No, it is nice. It's not nice when you can't remember what you did for your birthday.
You say girlfriend?
I actually asked my ex if we had done anything fun for my birthday because again I don't remember.
Probably not a good question to ask.
We're getting there.
Well, so this is the response.
We just got 100 new viewers.
Hey, did you?
Johnny's whipping it out.
Did we ever do anything for my birthday? The response is no. You drank with your friends and neglected me. So, so that's who I was back then, I guess.
Yeah. So, Jan, do you think your birthday might have led to some breakups?
I don't think my birthday was very low on that list of what led to the breakups.
But what did she do? What did your girlfriend do for you on your birthday? Like, why is it? It's your birthday.
Again, I apparently sat upstairs while I drank with my friends and neglected her.
Well, if you had a good girlfriend, she would have been doing something for you. She would have been, she would have had you doing something.
You'll have to take that up with her.
Making a mouse cake.
I don't need to dig this hole any further.
What do you think, Tim? I don't think
actually, Mike, let's get her on the line.
I don't think Yanni's the bad guy in this situation. It's his birthday, for Christ's sake.
Yeah.
What does he have to do? Dance like a monkey on his birthday? He should have woke up to bed and breakfast, right?
Sure.
Maybe
Tell
a
'em all about
jacuzzi
it.
or something?
Hey, it's not too late,
A robe?
Our viewers,
November's
I'm
just around the
asking you,
corner.
if Yanni's birthday's in November, if you'd like to be his girlfriend, you would like to serve him bed and breakfast.
Because if not, me and Donnie are going to have
Maybe
to.
Get him a little room down in Atlantic City, something nice I can work out for you. And, he deserves it. He's a good guy. He doesn't deserve to be told he's a bad guy because he likes to hang out and drink a couple beers.
There you go.
With his friends on his birthday,
This is
Tim.
what I keep saying. My mom tells me I'm a bad person. I don't know.
Not for that reason.
Your birthday is your birthday. They put that your part in front of it because it's yours. They don't say girlfriend's birthday. That's another day.
Hey, you're preaching to the choir.
I am the choir, Yanni. But I'm just trying to help you out. When is your birthday? So I know
November 8th.
November 8th.
November 8th.
I feel like there's somebody's famous birthday.
I share it with some interesting people, yeah.
Who, Tim?
America's girlfriend, Tara Reid, right?
All right.
There you go.
American
That's
Pie.
one.
She died or she?
Sharknado.
I think she's still alive.
She's still
Not
alive.
sure.
That's good to hear.
Gordon Ramsay. Oh, why can't you cook? Yeah,
I was down
that
there.
guy.
His place was closed. He got a restaurant down at Caesars.
Yeah.
I was over there yesterday, but
He's on there.
I didn't go there, but I went there before. Great place.
This one's
Great
cool.
company.
Sam Bradford, old Dead Eyes himself.
He was
Sammy
the Eagles
Sleeves.
quarterback thief, man.
Creepiest looking guy.
Number 1 overall pick out of Oklahoma. That was before it was like
we got a
cool
great
being Oklahoma.
We got a great
quarterback.
birthday gift at him. We got that Vikings first round pick when we traded him. It was terrific. Good job, Sam.
I shared a couple rough birthdays.
When's your birthday?
I also shared one with some guy named Tech N9NE.
Tech Nine.
Tim,
He's a rapper.
Tim, we don't feed in the Yanni when this isn't the Yanni show. Yanni, you gave us like 10 people. Now this is time for
4.
Tim. Yanni, stop.
I
Tim,
don't know,
this is your spotlight. When is your birthday, Tim?
I share it with a national holiday that everybody should
When is your
observe.
birthday, Tim?
June 14th, Flag Day.
All right.
I share birthday with Boy George, was a little off, and then number 45 himself, Donald Trump.
Oh.
45.
Oh, okay.
So it was like Jackie Robinson, right?
Yeah,
Or no,
I
that's
was
42.
thinking sports, man.
Yeah, I was too.
We don't do
So-
politics here, Tim.
Do you celebrate Donald Trump's birthday? How's that nowadays?
It's rough.
Regardless of what side you're on.
Nah, it doesn't really matter. Like, for me, it's no sides. It's just another person's birthday. It's Flag Day. The flags are risen for my birthday in most places. So it makes me feel important.
You are important, Tim.
Just
Trump's not on my birthday.
It's nice of America to do that for you, Tim.
Yeah, it is. Something special.
I don't have a Trump or all them 30 people. Yanni, mine's today, January 27th, and John Witherspoon. You know who he is?
Pops.
Pops from Friday. He's like the most underrated character ever. He's in all them
a great
sitcoms,
movie.
like Jamie Foxx, I think, is he? Or no, one of them shows.
Did you guys see the Bernie Sanders thing where they have him sideways with and they're doing the damn from that?
Yeah, cool story, bro.
Oh God, get on the internet.
Rest in peace, John Witherspoon, by the way.
Rest in peace, John Witherspoon. You know, my birthday, I think me having my birthday on January 27th is pretty cool. You know, John Witherspoon, before he died, he's probably like, I celebrate a birthday with Donnie Hart. What do you think?
I'm sure, yeah, totally. It's your birthday, man, so I'll let you think that.
I'm just saying. You know, we got birthdays, and then you have your death day. I know we were talking earlier about some, like, deaths. You know, they're the only thing you're really guaranteed in life. Your birthday and your death day. Look at, who was it we were talking about earlier? Hank Aaron.
Hank Aaron, yeah, he died this week. What was it, yesterday? 2 days ago?
Just died recently, yeah, a couple days ago.
Yeah, a little touchy subject, a little weird. 17 days after getting the COVID vaccine.
He died of COVID?
He didn't die of COVID. I don't know how he died. I don't think they announced it yet. Probably natural causes.
Are you also, I know you sell the phones, you do the pot, you're also a doctor, or I'm confused?
Yeah, doctor.
You're a
Big
doctor,
Time.
because you just said he didn't die of COVID. Did you check him out? Did you you cut him open? You know, do some tests?
I used
What kind of maniac are you? Just throwing things around. The guy died, Tim.
Use my Hungry4Hope credentials to talk
Yeah,
to talk to the coroner.
Tim, I know some people. Yanni, what the hell's going on over here?
Oh, man, you put a microphone in front of this guy's face, and you let him loose, you're bound to get some of this.
He's everything, man. He's like, yeah.
I know people.
Chronic illness. So it wasn't COVID, or are they saying it was a COVID vaccine? Is that what I'm hearing?
They didn't announce. It just was, people are saying it's weird. 17 days before he was pictured, he was on video getting a COVID vaccine. 17 days later.
Tim, you're the worst doctor ever. Who are these people?
There you go. Mike pulled it up. Is it falsely linked to COVID vaccine? Who knows?
You know, you just.
I'm saying it could possibly have something to do with it. It could
Dr.
not.
Kudges, please tell us your opinion on this.
No, but seriously,
I'm no scientist.
back on a serious note. Like, how hard was medical school?
It was tough. It was an extra 4 years. Had to read a lot of books.
Well, that's awesome.
No, but honestly, rest in peace, Hank Aaron. 755 home runs.
He was great, man. He was definitely, you had Jackie Robinson as like the first mainstream guy to break that barrier, but Hank Aaron, one of like the first guys. I mean, I think he was the last guy in MLB to play in MLB who also played in the Negro League. Pretty sure Yanni's the expert, but something like that.
You did your homework. You're fine.
I love Hank Aaron.
There you go.
You know, he's a great dude. You know, it was different. You got to realize he was playing in the Negro League. Things were different back then. He saw a lot of bad shit, man. He should have gave up a lot of times. You know, it wasn't easy being a black baseball player back then. You know, there was in the Negro League. He wasn't allowed to play with other people. He went on to become. What was he ranked as the best baseball player? Is he one of the?
I mean, he's got to be with all them homers. He's got to be in the top 5. You know what I mean? Easily. Before,
you needed
before ever even getting into the conversation.
Kind of needed steroids to break that record, right?
Listen, we're all just gonna sweep all that stuff under the rug here.
Now, does that make a difference? You think Hank Aaron? That I don't think he did steroids. There's really no possibility.
There's no evidence to suggest that. Does it make a difference to the people that did? I mean,
so Barry Bonds.
On one hand, you still have to hit the ball. On the other hand, it's an unfair advantage. So, unfair advantage is an unfair advantage, whether you hit the ball or not. You still got to put in the work, but it's a lot easier to put in the work and give it a little touch, and it goes out the building. You know.
How many home runs do you think Hank Aaron would have hit if he took steroids?
I don't know, 1,500 or so.
Well, we could probably use Tim's doctor advice. And, you know,
Dr. Cudgess.
medically speaking.
Well, it depends what steroid.
If he shot 2 cc's a test with a side order Winstraw, I think his home run. Hold up. You know, we'll get back to you with the number.
All right, I got it. I'll put together.
You make steroids sounds like you can go to McDonald's. It's like, let me get a number 3 and.
That's.
I mean, he knows,
I'm loving it.
He knows the names and how many CCs you need.
Oh right, man, Barry Bonds, what a maniac!
Not going into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, there was all that stuff with him. Yeah, he's a nut, man.
I think eventually they give up and put him in. But.
I'd rather see Petey Rose in there.
I mean, they've already made it clear that they want to prove a point with the steroid people, right? And that they've already proven their point with Pete Rose.
But
so
Pete Rose isn't a steroid guy. Pete Rose,
he's got a different issue.
I could bring this back in. Pete Rose with birthdays. So for my brother's 21st, God rest his soul, July 27th, we go out to Las Vegas. 17 at the time? 4 years, yeah. 17, it's his 21st birthday, but I'm a big kid. I look kind of older, so I gamble. I go big into the poker at the time. I go play poker. And I'm staying at the Mirage for my brother's 21st. I'm 17. I'm tall. I'm big. So I go over and I don't want to go to Mirage. Mirage is real nice and fancy. So I go find the shittiest place. I think it was called Imperial Palace. If anybody's ever played there, it's not far from. I went over there with my brother, my uncle, and I had this thing. I was like, if I walk in with a beer, they're not going to question me because you got to be 21 to drink. So if I can drink, I can gamble. So I walk in. You got to realize, it's pretty smart of me. They wear name tags. People in casinos, they wear name tags in the poker room. So I can read pretty good. Not crazy, but I can read a name that says John or Joe. So right. Before they get to say anything, I was like, Joe, how you doing? Great weather. He's looking at me, the 17-year-old drinking some beer. He wants to impress you. He's like, I must know this guy. He can't be some 17-year-old from Jersey who's trying to gamble legally. So that's what I did. Long story short, I won a bunch of money on. Pete Rose comes in here. Don't worry, we're in Vegas, so
I was wondering where Pete Rose came in.
When you're in Vegas, Pete Rose pops up somewhere. So I go over to the Caesar Shops in Las Vegas. It's a big shopping mall and everything. And I got all this money. I'm buying them stupid shirts with the gator on them, Lacoste or something.
Yeah, the stupid shirts with the gator on them.
Oh, man, I'll kick my own ass if I saw myself today wearing that. What a weirdo I was. But
you kick your own ass for wearing a polo?
Yeah, now I wear cut off shirts and I don't know.
Yeah, you used to have some class. What happened?
But there I am with my stupid little shirt and all this money. I'm just looking, And there's this little sports store, and there's some old guy out there signing baseballs and bats. And as you can imagine, that was Pete Rose. I'm a huge fan. I had all this money, but he's selling baseballs for $100, Tim. Would you buy a baseball for $100?
Yeah,
it was sad. There was nobody out there. He was just sitting at a little table. And I passed it up. I said I went and bought 3 shirts with an alligator on it. I kind of regret it because he's one of my favorite. But there's Pete Rose, not my star, but not my hero, but one of them. It's a guy who did a lot with nothing, right? Started from the bottom, got to 3,000 hits. Will never get in the Hall of Fame.
Got chokeslammed by Kane.
Was he involved in wrestling?
Yeah, they would just have him come get beat up every once in a while.
You get paid for it.
Gotta get paid.
He's the kind of guy who do anything. You feel bad for him because to get where he was, man, it was amazing. Then he did the betting stuff. I don't think he really did anything that wrong back then with the gambling. But it was sad seeing him. You're hero sitting out there selling baseballs. It was just...
Yeah, there he is.
Hey, got to make a dollar somehow. And I mean, it's sad what happened to Pete Rose, but at the same time, you know, he made those decisions himself, and he's got to pay for him now. That's just something he's going to have to face and deal with. And unfortunately, baseball history is going to forget him. Going to forget a great player because of those decisions, and that just kind of sucks for baseball fans.
But hey, on my brother's 21st, I saw that maniac in Vegas.
That's right.
We also saw Flavor Flav. Yeah, you see the craziest thing? You been to Vegas, Jan?
Is he anything like Tech N9E?
I don't know, but
It's Tech 9, Yanni.
he had a clock. He really had a clock. I guess that's his gimmick. He walks around with like a clock. And, you know, I'm like, sir, what time is it? I didn't know who the hell he was. And Flavor Flav.
How many times do you think Flavor Flav gets asked what time it is?
He was incoherent when I saw him. I think he was, you know.
I think he's incoherent most of the time.
Probably not.
Yeah,
a surprise.
It was like 2 o'clock on a Tuesday.
Who was he married to? That really tall Russian lady, right? Bridget Nielsen from Rocky IV.
But you been to Vegas, Jan?
Been to Vegas, yes.
For 21st? Anybody's
time or two.
21st?
Not for a 21st. No, I went the first time I ever went to Vegas. I was 23. I went with a bunch of my brother's friends. 5 days that I've forgotten, but will never forget.
How about you,
that
Tim?
way.
You been to Vegas?
Yeah, I lived there for like 6 months, and then I made a couple trips off and on.
You like it?
Yeah, I like going on vacation there, and I like living there.
So, how about your 21st? Was it somewhere you go? We're looking for good birthday
Man,
destinations.
I don't even remember where my 21st is.
If we have a
Probably Whiskey
listener who-
Tango in Northeast Philly, something like that.
If we have a listener, you know, they want to go somewhere for their birthday. Where's a cool place? Atlantic City's my place.
Atlantic City is the place to, you know, that's the easiest, like closest to here, where you can kind of take your night in whatever direction. You want to go clubbing, go clubbing. You want to gamble, go gamble.
I mean,
you want to drink in the room, party in the room, do that. You can go any direction a ways.
You want to sit in a hot tub or jacuzzi, whatever you call it, naked.
You want to grab the penthouse suite.
You can do whatever you want, but Atlantic City's so cool. It's the beach there, the casino's there. You don't have to fly over to Vegas. It's not as hot as Vegas.
These days, you can 40-hour round trip at the Vegas. It's not like just take a nap on a plane and boom, you're there.
You know, but if I was a doctor, I wouldn't recommend people to go flying during a pandemic.
You just wear a mask.
Well,
Mike's in the chat recommending people go bar hopping in NYC
Bar hopping in New York City. That's what Toxic Mike likes.
during the pandemic.
You know, some people are adrenaline junkies. You know, they like stuff. You know, they probably get turned on by that. You know, it's like Russian roulette. Am I gonna catch it? Am I not?
Get COVID at any time.
Am I gonna die? Am I gonna live? You know, it's like people have born life. Maybe that's what gets them off. Who are we to judge, Yanni?
Yeah, listen, to each his own. I mean, I think that's what we started talking about in the show is, you know, him and I, we like to relax. You like to live it up on your birthday. That's what it is. It's your birthday. It's your day. Do whatever the hell you want with it. That's what America's all about, Timothy.
America's all about
America.
doing whatever you want. What do you, Tim? If you
Whether it's legal or not.
It's just pure anarchy.
not Tim. In the American spirit, me and Yanni are gonna let you do whatever the hell you want on it. What do you want to do? Do you have anything for us in the show? Do you have something you want to? Just something you're like, hey, I'm in America. I'm just gonna do something. Something you want to share? Or
Are you trying to get me to what's the word called when you basically telling yourself?
I'm baiting you, Tim.
No, I forget what the word's called. Now it's bothering me.
Tim, I put the spotlight on you. Don't miss
Out
this
yourself,
opportunity.
I don't know what you want me to go purge? You want me to say? I don't know what you're trying to bait me into saying. I'm not going to jail. I'm not built for it.
You don't have nothing for us. You don't have nothing.
It's such a different direction.
I'm not going to prison.
Yanni, I think Tim missed it. I do it, but
I
he
don't
missed
know,
it.
man. Hey, it's your guys' show. I'm just
Now, Yanni, in
hanging out.
in American spirit, what would you get an opportunity? I know you would talk sports.
Sure.
What sports would you talk?
Right now, you want to? I mean, I got a prospect profile. If you want, I can start that series right now.
For what sport?
For the National Football League. It is draft season coming up in the next few months. As soon as the Super Bowl's over, it's time to really ramp up the scouting and get ready for what's going to happen. And, of course, our Eagles hold a high pick in that draft, so a very important one.
What pick did the Eagles have, Jan?
Eagles are 6th right now in the order.
And the draft's when, April or something? Or?
The draft is at the end of April. And before then, I need to do about 200 more write-ups. So, time to get to work, Donnie.
Let's do some sports, Jan.
I got it. I mean, so the first one I wanted to do was I wanted to go back over Jamar Chase. So we just finished watching Devontae Smith in the national championship game. Both of these players are receivers. In various mock drafts that you see, you've probably seen both players mocked to the Eagles at 6. Both are very good fits, but maybe we forgot about what Ja'Marr Chase is all about and kind of the type of player he is. We all know about Devontae Smith. With the ball in his hands, he's super explosive, super dangerous. You can use him in a variety of different ways. We know all about him. We watched him all year. Ja'Marr Chase is pretty similar, I think, to Devontae Smith, and I don't think he's a downgrade. In fact, he may be an upgrade in terms of polish. So here's a guy who the top trait that Ja'Marr Chase has right now, for me, is coming off the line of scrimmage. This guy can mix it up any different kind of ways. He can give you the foot fire and beat you with speed. He can just kind of muscle a guy and get him out of the way. He can just win up the angle with speed. Although that's not his game. He's not speed. He's one of the most savvy route running technicians coming into this draft, and that is a trait that has really equaled success in the league. I'll point to Justin Jefferson from last year's draft, right? We all Eagles fans all know all about Justin Jefferson.
I'll always remember
that was his top trait.
From LSU, wide receiver, the Eagles should have had him. The Eagles,
exactly.
What did the Eagles do instead?
They took Jalen Reagor.
Jalen Reagor, another wide receiver.
Yes, at TCU.
It's looking like a horrible
speed guy. It doesn't look like a good pick right now. No,
it looks real horrible. That Justin Jefferson, he's not just doing good. He's the best.
He's also in that mold of Calvin Ridley of the Atlanta Falcons, who's really coming into his own, really starting to be one of the most dangerous receivers in the league. And the guy who's going to play in the Super Bowl in a couple weeks, Chris Godwin, he's right in that same kind of mold, where they win with their brains before they ever win with their bodies, and then they have the athleticism on top of it. So I give you a little quote here about Ja'Marr Chase. Just going back, this is from Daniel Jeremiah. He's the lead kind of scouting expert, if you will, for NFL.com. He's saying that this guy is a cross between Anquan Bolden and Steve Smith in the way of how he runs routes and the toughness he brings after the catch as well. So really solid hands on this guy. There is a few drops on the tape, and while he's not your traditional run after catch guy, rack guy, with the speed and the moves and everything like that, he's a tough tackle. He is tough to bring down. He's coming at you hard. You're going to need to wrap him up, and we all know defensive backs, it's a business decision whether they want to tackle a guy or not. So if you're seeing Ja'Marr Chase on a lot of these mock drafts and you go, who is he? I don't remember him, that kind of thing, look him up.
Where do they have him going, Jan?
They have him going. So Ja'Marr Chase gambled this year, right?
Like Pete Rose, or
just like Pete Rose? No,
what, did he bet against his team or something?
He gambled basically that his tape from last year was so good that his draft stock wouldn't, be overtaken by somebody else. Now, Devontae Smith gave him a pretty good run for his money, but I still think Ja'Marr Chase ends up being the top receiver taken in this draft, and for good reason.
You think the Alabama kid's not going to go before him?
I think he's very good.
Did you not watch a national championship
I think
game?
He's very good.
Did you not see the Heisman presentation?
And you've been drinking?
I have, but here's what happens in the draft, and this is something that we need to remember throughout the process. The second the college football season ends, these guys turn from being college football players to NFL prospects. And you have to view them from a completely different light. And now you're looking at traits, you're looking at future, you're looking at all that. Devontae Smith, as like a loaded a skill set as he has, kid's 170 pounds. He's been in the Alabama training program for 4 years, and they haven't been able to add any weight to that frame. So he's going to play at 170, 175, under 180 pounds, which isn't as big a deal as it once was. I mean, that once used to be a death sentence. You can't play. Not anymore, I don't think. I think you can figure out a way to use that player. In fact, Henry Ruggs from Alabama goes, 11 last year with less of a skill set than Devontae Smith has. So I definitely think Smith goes high, but if you're seeing Ja'Marr Chase and wondering why is he going ahead of Devontae Smith, who just won the Heisman, there you have it. That's my look on those two.
After that kid, I'm not no sports expert. That kid, what he did on that,
he put on a clinic.
3 touchdowns, over 200 yards.
He put on
in
a
2
clinic.
quarters, just about.
So Devontae Smith, what he does is very similar to
He's
if
amazing.
you think about Alvin Kamara, right?
He's going to be like one of the greatest ever, in my opinion. One of the greatest wide receivers ever.
You know Alvin Kamara is getting the ball, but you don't know how. You don't know if he's going to break it to the outside, if he's going to hook it up, if he's going to take it inside, if he's going to cross on you, whatever he's going to do. He is so adept at kind of seeing the leverage of the defender and adjusting his route to do so. And Devontae Smith has that same kind of skill set where not only is he going to get open, but he's also going to make it hard for the defender to go and make that tackle. He's going to break that angle, and then he's got the speed on top of it to burn you. So, again, Devontae Smith, real good prospect. Jamar Chase, real good prospect. If your Philadelphia Eagles end up with either one of those two, start the celebration.
I only want the guy from Alabama. I want Alabama players. I'll take backups from Alabama before I take other guys. Alabama's
that's fine. Now, remember what that LSU team looked like last year, though.
We have what, like, we have Jalen Hurts played at Alabama, but he didn't get drafted at Alabama. I want Alabama players. Why can't we have Alabama players in Philadelphia?
Well, because Howie Roseman's doing the drafting, and he takes guys out of Florida.
I want Alabama. I want a backup Alabama center. I'll take.
I don't know what to tell you, Donnie. Tell the Eagles to give me a job. I don't know.
We're gonna get the
not if you don't want that receiver from Alabama.
We're gonna get the number 2 receiver.
You gotta learn to listen.
I'd pick that kid number 2 without thinking. He's amazing.
Well,
I think
he
he'll go like 2 or 3.
He likes this Chase kid over Smith.
I think the quarterbacks are gonna go too high again, as they always do.
I don't see that wide receiver going out of the 3rd pick. Miami taking him. Miami got his quarterback. That kid might be the greatest. Are you big on him, Tim, or no?
Two players are allowed to be good at the same
also.
position. You know, it's also
but only one's allowed to be better.
No, this guy's once in a lifetime. We haven't seen a guy like him in a while.
Quote me on that.
Wide receivers don't go in the top 5. He will. You got to be once in a lifetime. This kid's once in a lifetime, and I hope he comes to Philadelphia. And you're right, and he doesn't go top 3 or whatever. But I think it would be crazy not to get him by 3.
I don't want all of us to get excited about this number 6 draft pick because we're going to mess it up. It's going to be brutally.
I can't see them keeping the 6th pick. Now, whether they go up and down with it, I'm not sure. But you know he's going to convince himself he's got to move around the board, Howie Roseman. He's going to want to make a splash here. You know, that's what it is.
So you got some of that. What else you got for us in sports, John? Give me something good.
Nothing. The NBA provided you a nice little birthday present today with the Sixers-Lakers finals preview. So after we wrap today, let's
what time's
check that
John?
out. That's already started at 7:30. So
what's going on with the game? Anything good? I'm sure you can check it
like
out
we're
for
in
us.
A commercial right now. Been doing a show here, Donnie. I know you haven't noticed.
The Sixers. What do you think about them, Jan?
I like them. When they're healthy, they're, of course, meaning when Joel Embiid's playing, they're a top 3 NBA team. When Embiid's not playing, I don't know that they're a playoff team. What do you do with that? I'm not entirely sure. You hope Embiid is able to be healthy for the playoffs. Tim, you and I talked about it extensively.
Stop being soft.
We talked about it extensively in last week's show, which ended up being the Hungry for Hope Sports Special number 2 or 3.
So you're big on Embiid being healthy.
Of course, he is putting together an MVP season. He said he was going to, and he's doing it right now. He's backing it up. Sixers, by the way, 3-point lead, 6 minutes into the game.
What's the score, Jan? You got a score?
19-16.
19-16. You bet on that game?
I believe I took a little bit on the Sixers, just for fun.
What was the spread?
Lakers were favored by 4. This game is at Philly.
So we got that basketball. We got something. How about, what do you guys think about Tom Brady? Tom Brady is a guy who did all that stuff. You know the stats. I don't. In New England, he went to all them Super Bowls. He looked good. Then he left, and people always said about him like, it's more a New England thing. Belichick, it's not so much the quarterback. Then he goes to Tampa and he fools us all, and now he's in the Super Bowl. Is that inspirational or what, Jan? Is that some kind of thing we can sell as inspiration, or is Tom Brady some jerk off who thinks he's better than us?
At this point in time, we all know Tom Brady's story: 6th round draft pick, number 199, all that stuff, and he comes in and becomes the greatest player in NFL history. And he moves and goes to a different team, and with all the doubters screaming, all the doubt, he goes and keeps winning games. Now his defense has really stepped up. Down the stretch here, they're scoring off of every turnover. It seems like Tampa, they have a really good roster there, and this is a really tough matchup with the Chiefs game. But this should be one of the great Super Bowls of all time. It's really setting up to be a really good one.
Now the Tom Brady, like you said, man, I saw. I think it's called the Brady Six.
Yeah,
about the 6 quarterbacks who went before Tom Brady. If you're familiar with them. You might want to look them up because they're There's nobody. I think the one guy went to the Jets. You know who the quarterback is? You're the.
Jeez.
You find out who it is. But this is the Brady 6. And what was the guy's name? But anyway, it was just Brady sitting there, and he said he went for a walk. Got to like the 6th round, and he just gave up. He figured he wasn't getting drafted.
Oh, Chad Pennington.
Chad Pennington. That was like the only decent quarterback that went above him. One was a little running quarterback, I think, who I kind of liked in college. But Tom Brady. You've seen the Brady 6, Jan?
I watched it when it came out. It's a few years old now at this point. When it came out, he was like already considered one of the greatest of all time, and then he won 3 more Super Bowls since.
You get a little respect for Tom Brady watching this because he says, once they picked him in the 6th round, he didn't think he was getting picked. He played a little at Michigan. He was a backup to who was there? Joey, I forget who.
Do you want them all? Do you want the list of the 6?
Who's the list?
Okay, so Chad Pennington, who he named Giovanni Carmazzi.
Yeah.
Chris Redman went to the Falcons. T. Martin, I don't even remember. Mark Bolger, who made some stuff happen there with the Rams as a backup, and Spurgeon Wynn.
I don't remember any of them except for Pennington and Bolger.
Bolger, I forgot about him.
Yeah.
He's not bad.
He was a solid QB.
But even at Michigan, I think you had like Drew Henson, and you had some other guys, and Tom Brady wasn't a big guy at Michigan at all. He had like the worst combine ever, probably. You've seen videos of him, it was the worst. He was not an NFL prospect.
No, you see the picture now. They always put it up of him in his combine picture where he's sitting in his underwear and he looks like in worse shape than I am.
I think he had like the worst 40 ever by quarter. He had all these stats that were like the worst of the worst. He was a guy who had no business even being there. He went to Michigan, but he didn't do anything crazy there. He didn't put up any crazy numbers. He fought for his job here and there, And then he gets picked. And if you watch the video, he says he started crying. He said, that's all he needed. He just needed somebody to open that door for him and let him in. And the rest,
And the guy that opened the door is Bill Belichick.
Yeah.
Must be nice.
Well, who's their owner?
Kraft.
So Tom Brady, Tom Brady's, you seen the pictures of him. He looks like I wouldn't want him on my football. I don't even want him as a fan. He looks like a, he's like in the back of the 700 level. At the
tossing a beer at somebody.
Yeah. He's not even like, he was so shameful looking. I don't want him as a fan. And there he is for the New England Patriots. And he comes out, Robert Kraft.
I gotta tell you, there's some ugly fans out there.
They're at the first week of training camp, and Robert Kraft, he's a multi-millionaire, billionaire, whatever he is, very successful, very rich. And here's this little Tom Brady character. He comes over to him, and he's like, hey, he shakes Robert Kraft's hand. He says, I'm Tom Brady. He's like, I know who you are. He's like, yeah, I'm the best decision you ever made. Could you imagine this little pencil neck geek coming over to Kraft? And, but that tells you the kind of mindset he had. He said as soon as they opened that door, he can't control. He did everything he could at that point. He's like, but if he gets in that's anything in life, man.
Guys, it is not a coincidence that Tom Brady has become the greatest of all time. It's 100% due to his work ethic and just how seriously he takes his craft. And
he gets picked number 1. I don't think he's the greatest ever. What do you think?
No, I agree with that, and not only for him, but like for a lot of people. I think draft position matters as to like number 1, how many chances you get, and number 2, where the expectations are, and then where your expectations are of yourself. That kind of thing. I think that matters a lot. Especially a quarterback. Sometimes
hard times or whatever, I know it's not a hard time getting drafted, but any kind of, when somebody doubts you, any kind of obstacle you put in life, if you don't have that, that's what you need. People, at first, they're so upset, why me? But I firmly believe there's a bigger picture. So if somebody gets hit with something, like Tom Brady, you go back to some of the greatest athletes, it's crazy. You look down, they all have that one moment where, like, it was make or break. Michael Jordan got cut as a sophomore from his varsity team, and from that point on, he said, it's over. I'm going to kill the world. I'm going to be the greatest ever. Michael Jordan don't get cut. I don't think he's the best.
Yeah, what happens? He probably goes and gets a paycheck and.
Pete Rose, guy we brought up. I think his minor league baseball coach, they brought him in as a favor to a friend or something. He said he was the worst hitter, worst fielder. He said all this stuff, and that led Pete Rose to becoming Pete Rose. So I think anybody in life, you might be pissed off right now. You might have a birthday where you're not getting to do what you want to do because you're fighting demons or going through something. But maybe that's what you need. Maybe Tom Brady needed to, he was embarrassed. He was picked all these guys who he thought he was better than, and that's what turned that switch. That switch might have never got turned on if we don't hit some kind of obstacle in our life. Maybe we'll never have that fire inside that's gonna motivate us to do great things. I'm not gonna say you're gonna win a Super Bowl or anything. Relax, but if you try hard enough. What do you think, Yanni? You think Tim can win a Super Bowl or?
I think Dr. Kudges is really on his way to just building that resume up, and maybe he'll be a surgeon one day. Maybe he'll make that jump, and you get the old scalpel and you're ripping somebody's
hands.
I think we should cut him from the show, and then maybe that will be the motivation.
He goes back into medical school. He gets that PhD.
To go back into medical school, do you need to be there before? How does that work?
I don't know. Ask the doctor.
You know words.
Ask the doctor.
I mean, you can be whatever you want to be, they say, growing up, whatever you put your mind to. If I want to be a doctor without a medical degree. Remember that story back in the day? The kid pretended to be a doctor, got away with it for so long, and got arrested.
That's what's that one movie about the one guy?
Catch Me If You Can?
Yeah.
Where he just
Frank Abagnale?
Yeah.
But, you don't have to pretend to be something. Be who you are. And don't let a bad moment. It might suck right now. You might be going through something. You might, not be celebrating your birthday with your friends or family. You might be incarcerated. You might be in a rehab. You might be homeless on the street. You might be running from an abusive ex or whatever it is. Maybe that's what you need. Maybe that's that changing moment. So, you got 50 more birthdays, and they're never going to have to feel like the one right now. Anybody going through that birthday, I don't care. Just a Wednesday. It could be a Wednesday in January. It doesn't have to be a birthday. It is my birthday. Thank you very much.
There you go.
It is Anthony
Should we
Pettis'
sing now?
birthday.
Whose birthday is it?
Anthony Pettis, Showtime from the UFC.
Yeah. You know his birthday, but you probably didn't know mine.
Facebook tells me when your birthday. Like, you've been talking about it, posting pictures and sending pictures for a week in advance. We all know when your birthday
I do like a week
was.
celebration. I just don't think one day is enough to celebrate my birthday.
But all the pictures had to
There you
come
go.
in between 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning.
Well, sometimes I feel like I'm making up, for the years I didn't get to celebrate, the years I was, down and out. So now I'm just going to have, all these birthdays I didn't get to have. Now I'm going to have them. You're going to have to get used to it, brother. And, who are you to tell me I can't celebrate for a month long for my birthday? By the time I'm done celebrating, it's time to start celebrating again because it's my next birthday. I'm still celebrating Christmas, brother. Hanukkah, we're doing it. Kwanzaa, let's go. I celebrate the craziest shit now. When you've gone through a tough time, you really appreciate the little things. I'm out there waving my flag. Flag day. They're like, it's a week away. I was like, I know, I'm getting the whole weekend. And it's weird, but sometimes weird feels good, Tim. You know what I mean?
So just straight year-long celebrations.
Oh, yeah, I can tell you. We got Star Day. There's so many holidays you don't even know.
What the hell is Star Day?
I don't know, but I'm going to celebrate for a week. I'm going to celebrate for a week, and you're invited to the party, Yanni.
Hey, thanks, man.
You like Atlantic City?
More questions.
We're
Good.
We're getting limos. Any other holidays? Good holidays?
There's holidays every day. There's like Pet Day, Dog Day.
Boxing Day.
It has a completely different meaning to what it sounds like.
Well, I know it's not about like boxing, but it's about like actual like boxing something. I don't know.
There's a Boxing Day?
Yeah, it's the day after Christmas in Canada.
All right. Well, I'm thinking like Cinco de Mayo. Let's not get crazy out of your box. Let's stay a little normal here.
You're throwing hate at Canada. I can't believe it.
Stay a little normal here,
I didn't know I was going to wake up today and talk about hating Canada. Wow.
Well, it's Groundhog Day. We're going to celebrate it, too.
That's next week.
We're just going to celebrate every day. Celebrate a Wednesday. Whatever it is, if you want to celebrate it, God damn it, it's your American right as a citizen of this great country, Tim, to celebrate it.
Damn right it is.
Damn right.
It's the U.S. of A.
Birthdays, celebrate them. Flag days, hell, why not? May Day, do it. Cinco de Mayo, got nothing else going on. What do you got for me, Tim? What?
National Pet Day. Brother Day, Mother's Day, Father's Day.
I don't know. I'm just gonna take
Every
the opportunity. You know, Donnie, happy birthday. My buddy Kyle, it's also his birthday. So
Happy birthday, Kyle.
happy birthday to you as well. We didn't forget.
We didn't forget you, Kyle. Happy birthday, Mr. Hackenbrack. Wonder what's he doing for his birthday?
He's probably watching this game right now.
He watching the
Yeah,
Sixers game?
Huge Sixers fan. You know, probably one of the biggest Sixers fans I know. I think he really lives his life by it. So sure, he's enjoying this 10-point lead that they've run out to.
Woo! What does he think? He's out there on the street, regular fit. What's his from? You talk to him and other big sports fans. Are they?
Yeah,
they got high hopes for this
He's
team?
excited about the team. I mean, obviously, he's frustrated with the play of Ben Simmons, who just had his first 20-point game over the weekend, which was somewhat shocking to me, but also not much of a shock. You know,
I wish we had Jimmy Butler, Jan.
I know you do, buddy.
Jimmy Butler is like what we're talking about. He's
Mike,
that
you got
guy.
another 15 minutes because Jimmy Butler came up.
He's that guy who, he took his tragedy, his sad moment, and some people would have broke him. Probably should have broke him. He's homeless. His mom kicked him out of the house because he was too ugly. That's sad. At 13,
You
right?
do love that story.
That's a crazy story. He was homeless. He was too ugly to live at home.
Ugly.
Had no scholarships, no nothing. He was nobody. And then he did a little something, but still didn't get the respect. The NBA drafted him at the end, the first round. Still no respect. So what did he do? He could have fucking, sat down and cried, but instead he went and slayed the Giants. He's a giant slayer. Am I right? He took LeBron head on.
He took him, yeah.
He took him with a bunch of guys he found in the neighborhood.
Played a hell of a series in the finals.
That was like the greatest thing I ever seen. Them two going back and forth. That was amazing. I couldn't believe this guy who was too ugly to live at home was there with LeBron James, the greatest athlete maybe of our time. God-given talent.
We got to have Jimmy Butler's mom on the show to explain that.
I would like to find out why. Was he that ugly? You
How
see
can
ugly
you be
kids,
that?
but how can you can't be that ugly.
But it's your kid. I don't know.
Would you kick your kid out of the house if he was too ugly?
I don't have kids, man.
If you did, if you had an ugly kid, hypothetically.
No, I would just hide him in the basement. You're good to go.
Hide him in the bait. That's a good idea.
I mean, I think that's against the law also.
Oh, now Tim's the
you
officer.
Well, here's the deal. You kick him out of the house, then he just goes and tells everybody that you did that, and now everyone knows it's your kid. So
when you lock him in, all right, I'm not going to argue.
I don't know, man. Ask Jimmy Butler's mom. I'm not the expert on the subject. Sorry.
I'm getting advice from my lawyer to end the show. We're talking about, locking kids and stuff, and you can't do that. If your kid's ugly, my lawyer says you're not allowed to kick them out.
Or lock them in a basement.
You can work it out.
They can come up to eat. That kind of stuff.
No. Consult it with your lawyer before you make a drastic change.
Hey,
If you got an
there's a
ugly
reason I
kid.
ain't got no kids.
Any of our viewers thinking about kicking their ugly kid out of the house, to think about Jimmy Butler, consult it with your lawyer. Don't do it. And most of all, tune in next Wednesday to Hungry for Hope. Hungry for Hope Nation. Donnie, Tim, Yanni, we're out of here.